And hi everyone, welcome to TTRP Theater, where we're going to be doing Alien Chariot of the Gods. There we go. If I can get that through. All right, so welcome. I hope everyone's excited to be here. I am. I have actually been a big fan of the Alien game since it came out. Today, Chariot of the Gods actually is part of the starter set. I do highly recommend it if you enjoy our series here. And want to run this scenario for your friends, I encourage you. This is like my this will be my third time running it, but I played in it once. I died. I was the first one to die. Died horribly. I think I died horribly 3 times. So don't get attached to the characters, but the castmates will be with us the whole time. Should they die, they will just respawn as someone new. So normally I kind of go through. We're all going to introduce, talk about a bunch of other stuff we're in. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do some quick introductions because if you're familiar with my work, you probably see some new faces here and some familiar ones. So we'll go ahead and just do quick introductions. Hi, everyone. I'm the Vampire Interpreter. You'll see me a lot here on TTRP Theater as well as some other channels. Follow me on Instagram, Vampire Interpreter. Let's jump over to, you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and start with you, Mike, since you are playing Captain Miller. Mike, introduce yourself real quick.
Hey everybody, my name is Michael. I am fairly new to the casting game, though I'm in one other streaming game, Mystical Rome, for the Mora role-playing game system. Excuse me. But otherwise, I do a lot of tabletopping and a lot of LARPing.
Indeed, all of my cast members I've met, with the exception of one, we'll jump over to you, to the one exception, Megan. Megan, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Megan. If you're familiar with Adam, then at this point, you may or may not be familiar with me. I've been in a few things with him. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Starweaver, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I am just like a huge D&D nerd, but I love dipping my toe into fun little things like Alien, so I'm excited.
Were you the one who hasn't seen it? It was you, right? You and I believe Tommy hadn't seen Alien, so I made you guys. You didn't have to watch it, but I was like, I think you were like, I'm playing the corporate person. I'm like, Aliens, Burke, that's you. See it. Did you watch it?
I did not watch it.
Oh!
But, all this morning I was super busy this week. It was weird. I watched a bunch of little videos like about Burke and all these little clips and stuff like that, so I feel like I got
It'll be you. It'll be you then. Okay. Let's hop up to, or at least on the screen everybody can see. Let's hop up to Mallory. Mallory, you're new. Why don't you introduce yourself here to everyone here at TTRP Theater?
Hi, I'm Mallory. You can find me at MMC on most platforms. I LARP with Adam. This is my first time doing the Alien tabletop, so I'm very excited to try it out. Big fan of the franchise.
Is this your first time streaming too, I think? Or have you done
No,
some streaming?
actually I've done some streaming. I had a reoccurring guest role with and now I'm gonna blank on it's a local to the Bay Area D&D channel, Total Party Chill.
I like the name. Okay, nice. Cool. Yeah, it's a good one. Let's drop down to you, Tommy. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, my name is Tommy. You may have seen me in Vengeance and Baldery. That was the only other stream that I've done, but I've been doing LARP for a long time, and I've been doing tabletop role-playing for a long time as well. Mostly vampire, and as noted, I've never watched any of the Aliens movies, and also I haven't done any research on the Aliens movies, so this is all going to be a big surprise for me. Well, I have like a general pop culture idea of what might happen, but I don't know the technical parts, so that's going to be fun.
In defense, the Alien movies kind of skip over the technical part, especially the original ones are very retro nowadays, which kind of influenced the layout that I created. I hope everyone likes that. You see the screen beneath me. We're going to have lots of stuff popping up here. Typically art and additional kind of little pictures that show up in the starter set. Starter set's got a bunch of maps and things like that. It's got cards of everyone's agenda. So if you see me looking around, it's because I'm literally using the starter set, with the exception of they're not in front of me to use like all that other stuff. And last but certainly not least, let's get to you, Catherine. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Catherine. I am playing Sham, the cargo holder. You can find me on Instagram at smallfry, and you can find me around TTRP Theater as a bunch of little different things.
Okay, well, that's the cast. I hope you guys are buckling up for our little limited series. I think this will be, we'll see, 3-4 episodes, something like that. I say that'll probably turn into 10. Nah, I'm just kidding. We do not have the time for that, but it's going to be a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and cue up a little bit of background music, which I feel bad for you guys. You guys won't be able to hear it until you guys watch it later. But trust me, it sounds really cool, and I'm hoping the audience likes it. It's probably, I don't think it's too loud. I'm going to turn it down just a hair because I feel like all I do is I incidentally do this wrong. We did a quick sound check. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Am I turned up? All right. That always happens. I always have music down. Okay. This is the U.S. CSS Montero. It's running the Gauntlet, which is a trade route between Anchor Point Station and the Frontier. This ship, its holds are packed with dozens of tanks of dangerous tritium gas, which is in the process of decaying into the extremely profitable helium-3. Usually cargoes like this are kind of towed behind in massive tankers. For those that have seen the original Alien movie, the Nostromo was like this big, but it pulled this huge hauler. But the Montero is not rated for that. But this is a quick trip. It's not being as much money as Captain Miller would like, but it's a quick trip between here and there, paying the bills until your next run. You are being paid by Wayland Yutani Corporate to go to the Sutter's World, to a newly established frontier colony. And you guys are in cryo. I forget how long. I think it's been a couple of months. Let me see here. Yes, you're just now going to be awakening from hypersleep. However, everything wasn't perfect just before you went to hypersleep. You had a small little sensor glitch that was just kept popping up here and there, but nothing ever came of it. And it eventually stopped happening, and you all went to hypersleep. I had sent the players a little bit of player guide that kind of read all that. In addition, what's listed there is all the gear on your ship. I don't have a cool sound studio. I got some people over here trying to set something up. So please excuse the frightening sounds of duct tape. I promise nothing inappropriate is happening over here. But the players, you'll be able to look over there at the various gear that is available. As I keep plugging the starter set. The starter set comes with cards of all the various gear. Really cool. Very, very nice. So, one quick note for you, the audience, just about how this game works. All of the players have secret agendas. Sometimes they're not particularly fancy or evil, I guess, where there's a lot of we're going to try to screw everyone over, especially as the start. So they all have something they're aiming for. Depending on how close they work to it, they can earn story points, which allow them to re-roll. Story points are for the players, so if Mallory gets a story point, but then 5 minutes later, Rye is ripped apart by a xenomorph or anything terrible, Mallory gets to keep that point, and if there are available characters, Mallory will be able to jump back in. So, we will. The computer begins to spring to life. Cryosleep. The awakening process has begun. Let's see here. We got 5 of you. I've got one of the alien dice here. I'm going to go ahead and roll and see who's the first to wake up. Very similar to the alien movies. The pods are opening up as you guys are slowly awakening. And let's see here. Of course, I roll myself, so we'll skip that. All right. On my screen, it is going to be you, Rye. You are going to be the first to awaken. You have, as I said,
Please don't die.
it's just
Not on camera.
Yeah, no, exactly. I like how Tommy's worried about the channel. Like, don't die on camera. Just step off, and that'll be just fine. All right. So, when you first wake up, Rye, man, you need something to drink, and I literally mean water. You are suffering from the dehydrated condition. For the first shift, which is like the first increment of time, rather than actually putting hours in this game, they just refer to it as shifts. Due the effects of hypersleep, or if you just end up chugging a great deal of water, you'll probably slowly feel better. So, you awaken aboard your ship. Very sleepy. Around you are your various compatriots and crew members slowly waking up. Is there anything you do?
I'm going to go check in on Cham, see if they're waking up yet.
Okay, you walk over to Cham. Cham is definitely still very much looks like 5 more minutes, Mom. 5 more minutes as they are slowly waking up.
I kind of just keep poking.
Oh, you're going to poke. All right, so
Yeah.
Cham, you two are also dehydrated, and Rye is poking you.
And just starts lazily swatting at her hands.
Come on, there's work to do. Get up.
And just with like a huge groan, like she just kind of like rolls over and out of the pod. Land on like
Don't wake the
her
others.
hands and her knees, and she's like, okay. I'll be there. And she's just still waking up.
We're waking up. We must be
I know.
somewhere.
Indeed, being awoken typically means you are very close to your destination, usually several hours out, but in space, that is very close to your destination.
So Jim will eventually get up. Like, okay, let's do this. Where's everyone else?
Davis,
They're all
you are starting to awaken, and at least be more aware of your surroundings as you see probably to your left, Cham is it Cham? Cham? How are we saying this?
I don't care.
Okay. Cham? All right, there you go. So, as Cham is on the deck, slowly trying to get up.
Why y'all so fucking loud?
Because we can.
Because we're just waking up.
But Rye, do you
How you
always
doing?
have to be just so goddamn loud, just annoying just all the time? Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
deaf from working on this ship, so I always talk loud. I just can't help it.
Okay. And Davis try to like clamber out of the thing. Just
Out of the
completely
pod?
uncoordinated.
Gotcha. All right, here. And Captain Miller, you will be the next to get up while Wilson is sleeping in.
Miller sits in his pod for a moment and listens to his crew members argue. He'll slowly wait for the lid to lift, and he'll sit up and hooks his arms over his knees. I've been awake for 5 goddamn minutes, and already you're setting to bickering and bitching at each other. 5 goddamn minutes. Rye, don't you have some kind of glitch to go take a look at?
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
The glitch. The goddamn sensor glitch that happened before we all went to bed.
Wilson,
Gotcha.
that's waking you up. The familiar gruff voice of Captain Miller rouses you from your chemically induced cryosleep.
Oh, you're awake, sunshine. Good morning.
I realize that, being on a ship and the camaraderie can make people rowdy and thus quite loud. But it's quite early, one might say, so this yelling is a very interesting choice.
What was that?
Also, I didn't realize that those pods would be so uncomfortable. Has that always been the case? Or is it
You're in cryo sleeps. Why does that even matter?
I'm sorry, we didn't break out the princess versions.
I just didn't realize that, there weren't going to be accommodations, but it's fine. We're here now.
They don't make king sized. Just saying.
Shame. But, I mean, that's part of what you get for being part of the crew, right?
Right.
Right.
Hear that, Miller? I think you should upgrade the pods for our crewmate.
All right, so the USCS Montero has 3 decks, A, B, and C. For the purposes of the layout, it's probably not going to be a big deal, but we'll start with A deck. Being fancy for the audience, I've realized, I haven't shown you all the cool pictures I was able to find. Starting out on A deck, we're going to go ahead and bring that up. This is from the really cool map you'll get if you get the starter set. So the cryo tube, as I'm sitting here trying to find it, so when you come out of the cryo bay, the hallway goes down, circles around, there's a ladder junction that goes down to B deck. It continues around, we'll take you to med lab. So back where that junction is, you can go into the galley, and then it'll essentially come around and then lead you to the bridge. There are further bowels of the ship as well, and that is like the only piece of art that I can't really share with you guys, because I'd have to sit there and dig it up. So just trust me, in regards to that, you'll have other maps for later. So everyone's awake. We'll do another quick tour of the ship. I was able to find these. These were done by other people who had did additional artistry for this, so thank you to whoever did that. On B deck, there's the main airlock, various instruments, tankage, various heavy machinery, and dropping down to C deck, there's the maintenance garage, the tankage, and the hyperspace machinery, and various other access tubes. So if we need to reference that, there it is. Let's head back up. So you guys are awakened, and then standard procedure is that you guys are going to be home. That being said, I believe Captain Miller was very gruffly asking Rye to go look into that sensor glitch. That being said, let me take a quick look here. Rye, yes, Rye, you are the comms tech person, so you deal more with the computer, where Cham is more of the heavy lifting. So, incidentally, perfect that you were given that order. So we'll go ahead and let's go ahead. I feel like we started last with Wilson, because Wilson was the last one to wake up. So as you guys are getting up, Wilson, what are you doing?
I would probably...
Everyone's dehydrated, I will point out.
I will seek out some water for myself, and then remember that there are other people on the ship, and bring water to everybody else that is in the area.
You know, I think what your character is meaning to say is you're going to get some water, but you're probably going to head to the galley and start the coffee pot for everyone.
Oh, yes.
I think, and that's also very alien appropriate, because you haven't seen the first one. That's how the first thing is. They're all in the galley.
I will definitely start making coffee, but in true, oh my god, it's 2 a.m. and I just woke up, I'm super dehydrated, just, chug some water.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. So you will relieve your dehydration condition. I'm going to say after this, I'm going to be nice and not give you a point of stress. So there we go. So you chug a big old thing of water and start the coffee pot. I think who woke up after that? It was Captain Miller. Captain Miller, what are you doing while Wilson moves towards the galley and starts the coffee pot?
Shower.
Shower. Okay, there we go. I like it. All right. Well, there we go. So the captain is showering. Davis, what are you doing?
Davis is dehydrated, so needs water. So he's going to pass through, but is also going to go towards, as the pilot, make sure the coordinates are actually correct and that we're actually going to location.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. So you're gonna grab you drink some water, grab one of the cups of coffee, and head to the bridge.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Then we'll go to you, Cham and Rye. Well, what are the two of you doing? Since you two are a pair here.
Throwing on my clothes because it sounds like they're gonna go and make us do shit right away.
I will go grab me and Sham water. I'll be like, here you go.
All right. So you two are heading to go check on this sensor glitch. So you guys are going to head to B deck and just start checking various systems. Let's go ahead and let's have our first dice roll. I assume if you're watching this, you're either fans of us, want to watch an Alien story, or maybe have not played the game. And so we're going to go ahead and explain this here. So this is very similar. The characters roll essentially their attribute and their skill, and then any equipment modifier should they have anything in regards to that. There's not really an equipment for this, so you are going to make a wits and comms tech check, Rye. And let me see. I got your sheet right here too. So your wits is 4. Am I looking at that right? Yeah, and your comms tech is 3. Do you have dice, or do you want me to roll for you?
I do.
All right, so in this game, you roll d6s. On normal dice, 6s are successes. So that's all you need. And there's difficulty and stuff like that. You can spend additional successes, typically in combat, to get like extra damage or extra effects. You can spend things for this maybe to get it done quicker, find out the source of the glitch, and things like that. So go ahead and roll for me, Rye.
I got 2 6s, 3 4s, a 3, and a 2.
So you get 2 6s. Those are the only things that matter.
Yep.
So on normal dice, 6s are very important. On stress dice, which will typically be a different color, 6s are important, and 1s are terribly, terribly important. Because that's when you'll
none
panic.
of my stress dice had.
Yeah, you don't have any stress
6s on
right
them.
yet, so you're good. So I heard 2
I
6s.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, you don't have any
I rolled
stress,
the
so
wrong dice.
there you go. Was one of those the success?
Yes. No,
Gotcha.
both of them were successes. I didn't roll the...
So with 2 successes. Cool. 2 successes. All right. You head down, you guys pull off a maintenance hatch, and you start looking at various circuitry. I do love the retro look, which probably wasn't so retro back in the 80s, but in my mind, this is the very retro look. Green chroma screens, or monochrome screens, typing in there. Everything's looking fine. At least right now.
More,
yeah, there
more
is.
random glitch?
Yeah, you're not. You do see in the log, it does say that, for half a second there was something at the peripheries of your sensors, but there's nothing there. That being said, as I like to say, let's do a wits plus observation check for both Rye and Leo. Or not Leo, Cham. Leo. So those that can't see, we're on Zoom over here, and Cham decided their first name was Leo, and that's what I saw here. So that's why. So Cham.
I can remove that.
No, it's fine. No, keep it. I just was like, oh, Leo. Who's Leo? Do you need me to roll for you, Cham? I think you said you didn't have dice.
Yes, please.
That sounds good. So your wits is 2. Your observation is 1. So I'm going to go ahead
I have no observation.
So then you're just going to roll wits. If you have no observation, you just don't have the skill.
Okay.
Big money, though, over here, Cham. You got 2 successes.
I got a 1 and a 6.
A 1 and a 6 because you don't have any. The ones only matter on stress dice. You don't have any stress.
Oh.
You both will
Then I got
hear.
1 success.
you both will hear a skittering sound down the hallway. As I click the wrong sound effect, but that's okay.
Damn space rats.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
Do you want to deal with that, or am I going to deal with that?
No, we're both gonna have to deal with that at some point.
Do you head towards the sound of what was supposed to be the skittering, not the clicking sound? I accidentally clicked, but I did fix it in a second. There you go. Me over here trying to be fancy for the audience here.
Yep, we're going to head over to the...
Gotcha. Are you going to bring a big old wrench? Sounds good. I love
am.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
big old...
I love it. Okay.
Big old wrench. All right, you guys, let's take a look here at B deck since that's right. We're going to say you guys would... Yes.
We have those little motion trackers, right?
You would have to go and grab those, but if you wanted to grab a motion tracker, I mean, I would assume it's definitely probably on B deck or C deck. Let me check C deck, see if there's anything that says to me that it shouldn't be there. I feel like the motion trackers would be available probably... B deck sounds good. So you could grab it. Like, you could go walk over and get it. You got the motion tracker.
Right, you want me to get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go. Got my little motion tracker.
Gotcha. And we will pause that, and we'll go back up. We're going to go to you, Davis. You're going to walk onto the bridge. Hop at your station, which is there's like 4 stations, is from what I can remember, of the ship in the original Alien. I think you're in the front left is where you will sit down with your cup of coffee, turn on the various machines, and there is a thing I'm supposed to look at. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Why don't you go ahead? You're going to make a wits plus comms check test, Davis.
No comms, so just wits.
Yeah, it's just going to be a wits check. Do you need me to roll for you? Do you got the dice?
Nope. One success.
One success. Okay. You're checking the sensors. That little glitch pops back up for a hot second. That's it. Gotcha. And then after, so as you're looking at that, you pull back the window shutters as you begin and all that, and that's when you will then see drifting towards you a large ship, or a ship about your size. It has no running lights. Nothing's on, and in space, holy shit, that is really close, and it is on a collision course with your ship.
So immediately hits, like, do we have comms, like, can, like, broadcast something just
Yeah.
throughout the ship?
Yeah, there you go. I even have a cool little sound effect for it if I can find it real fast. We'll see. Probably not. Where is it? There you go. Go ahead.
Have radio. Call on something. And then just, like, veer the ship.
All right.
Like, sideways or up or whatever. Just, like, go around it.
Gotcha. All right. You were going to do evasive maneuvers.
Yes.
Is probably the absolute fancy term for that. Okay. So you will make a agility and piloting check.
That's a lot of dice.
This is going to be a difficulty. Actually, you're at -2 dice to avoid the collision.
Okay.
So, however, you have the talent Reckless, so you can push a pilot check twice.
Already have 8 dice.
Even with the -2?
Okay, I have 6 dice.
Now, there you go. That's fine. So you can push it twice if you roll terribly. Like, if you roll and you're like, I have no successes, normally most people can only push a roll once. You could push it twice because you're crazy and reckless like that.
Awesome. Someone roll. 1 success.
One success. That's enough because penalties in this game, difficulty reduces dice. So you click, 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 and you grab a hold of the stick and you just hard to starboard as quickly as you can. Everyone else, what I'm going to have everyone else do real quick. Yeah, everyone's going to just make a base agility check. Everyone that's not Davis, because Davis knows which way the ship's going to turn. Everyone else, you got the warning. So I'm going to give everyone 1 bonus dice. So make an agility +1 check. You just need 1 success to not fall and bump into some shit. Everything's pretty secured on the ship, but it's also, you all are, I mean, you know, Captain Miller's in the shower. Yeah, that's where all accidents happen. Even in space, they happen in the shower.
You said agility +1, so however many dice plus an additional die?
Yes, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
And I got 1 success.
There we go.
I got 1 success.
It's cold up.
Yeah, well, it's probably a small shower in this ship, so you try just...
Right.
Just there you go. What did we get, Wilson? Did we get any?
No successes.
Gotcha. Cham, any successes?
I don't know. Do I have any?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Agility +1. That's fine. You just got to remind me. I'm just...
Yeah,
you have 2
I'll do
successes, so you guys down in the bowels, there's a bunch of stuff to grab onto. You guys are just fine. To you, it is sudden. You're just like... and yeah, but you'll be fine. Wilson, on the other hand, as the ship suddenly careens one direction, you are not ready for it. Yes. Oh, I love it. So yeah, there you go. You just get this coffee. Oh, it doesn't hurt you, but being a little prissy that you are, you're because we're gonna say in the interim time, you have gone and you got dressed up. Like you put your clothes on. You know, because of course Aliens, you know, halfway rated R movie here. We get the half little bit of you buttoning up your shirt here, and then coffee wet t-shirt contest. I'm going to give you a point of stress for that, though. So there we go. I will mark that down. Wilson has 1 point of stress.
Boom of the
It was a really expensive shirt, okay?
Yeah. Well, as far as you guys know, you guys are supposed to be arriving where you're delivering stuff, so the corporate lady wants to look good for the bosses, and now, you know, coffee wet t-shirt contest, ruined blouse. You know, there we go.
a Zara shirt.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I feel like let's go to you, Captain. Suddenly you hear over the radio, grab onto something. You just start shifting really hard to starboard. This ship will eventually balance out, and the inertial dampeners kick in, and there you are, naked, hanging and swanging. The water went from one direction to over here. What are you doing? This is an adult show, by the way. Hanging and swanging. That's what we're talking about here.
Miller grabs his towel, wraps it around his waist, and wastes no time. Heads directly to the bridge.
Nice.
Get
So,
a towel.
what I feel like, Wilson, what are you doing? Because I feel like we have some comedy about ready to happen here.
So Wilson definitely was in the middle of having her cup of coffee. Is very pissed off about the fact that coffee has been splashed all over the expensive white blouse that she was wearing in preparation. She's definitely packed more because she's a smart lady, but very unhappy. So she's going to make her way to where the pilot is.
Right, so you two meet in the junction as you're walking. So there's the captain with nothing but a towel. There's you in your nice outfit with this big old brown stain. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like a perfect comedic moment as you guys are entering the bridge. I will let the three of you, Davis as well, begin to role play. And then we'll jump down to Cham and Rye on deck B.
Empty cup of coffee in hand. Davis?
What?
The fuck?
Wait. You don't get to dress down my pilot. Davis, what the fuck?
Look, there's some. We just passed by something. I think it's a ship that's broken down, maybe, or it's something. I don't know. I'm about to loop back around.
Yeah. So as Davis points, if you'd have gone to this, so if you went starboard, it'd be off the port side. You guys can kind of go. I assume Miller goes and looks and kind of careens. You don't roll down the window, but there's enough to look, and you do see the a ship floating, and it is barely illuminated. It's more illuminated by your running lights than the actual ship. So there is something there. Definitely has a little bit of a contour in the dark. Now you guys have external running lights. You could turn all those on if you wanted to get a better look at it.
What the hell?
Right?
Davis, we get any kind of distress signal or anything?
No. Well, the blip thing that
so the blip you were picking up was on the extreme ends of your sensors. This thing was like right here, and the reason it was hard to pick it up is it's not broadcasting much. So
she's running blind. No beacons, no running lights.
I don't know. Is it wrecked or just like? Do we want to check it out? Or it's not our problem? Keep going, or do you want to look?
Why don't you fire off a message over to it? See if we get a response from somebody over there.
All right.
So there's a sudden beep sound. It's a very light one. It is Mother, the ship's computer. A little yellow light brings up incoming message. Message waiting.
Unknown vessel. This is Captain Von Miller of the USCS Montero. You ain't got no running lights and you ain't firing off any beacons. Is anybody breathing over there? Over.
Nothing but the cold static of space, and then the occasional pulse from Mother saying a message is awaiting you in the main computer.
Want me to
go ahead and play it?
So the message from Mother is from the computer, and for those that have seen only the captain and Wilson have to go. You have to go to the computer and type in. Yeah. That's not from the ship. Excuse me. I'm sorry if that was. Mother is the name of the ship's computer. It is now alerting you that there is some sort of an awaiting message.
So it's for the captain specifically, or for Wilson?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So that being said, Wilson, keep an eye on your phone real quick. I'm going to send you something very secretive. Which, let me see here. We're so fancy here at TTRP Theater, we're just going to use Facebook Messenger real quick. There you go. I sent it to you. So there you go, Captain Miller. You can do that if you want to go talk to Mother.
Miller will spin around on his heel as if he's getting ready to charge off. Takes 2 steps, pauses, look down at himself, look back up at Wilson, and chuckles. I'm gonna go put my boxers on. I'll meet you at the comm.
And in true fashion, as the captain looks up and down at himself, Wilson also looks up and down at him.
Gosh, you just now had time to realize you weren't dressed.
Am I idling here?
I love the glasses. That was my favorite part there, Megan.
And as he goes to do that, Wilson will go back to her room.
Miller will pause next to Davis's station. Let's just park it here, put the brakes on.
We're going to say for cool effect, as the ship parks, Davis turns on all of the external lights, which will illuminate the ship in a lot more grandiose fashion. If we had a cool special effects budget, it would look so awesome. But, you know, my budget is your imagination audience, so, and everyone else's. There you go. It's a human ship. It's not like, you know, there's this big alien starship out there. It is a human ship. The design kind of silhouette hasn't been used in a little bit, but yes. So while everyone's going to put clothes on, let's head back down to let's head down to you guys. What happened here? I feel like there we are. All right, you guys are now on B deck. Let's pull up B deck here, and you were gonna go towards that creepy sound you heard earlier.
Yep.
So, are you guys doing it? Are you going to check with the bridge to see what happened? Because you did suddenly roll starboard. Like, your characters have no idea what's going on. But I will.
That's true.
We should at least
probably
ping them.
I assume we have like a ship comm system where from where we are we can like tap in. What the actual fuck just happened?
So, Davis, this is before Miller and Wilson showed up because they both had to, you know, scream and all that business and throw on a towel.
Almost ran into a ship.
Ship?
A dead, dark ship.
A dead, dark ship. Well, that's interesting. Does the ship look expensive?
We'll find out soon.
Oh, we're gonna investigate the ship.
No idea. I'm not captain.
Good. We're investigating a noise. So if you don't hear from us in a while,
Don't get eaten by rats.
check on us.
All right, I'm sitting here. I lost a sound effect over here, and I was like, oh, I should have clicked that.
So dramatic.
All right, so motion tracker's on, and you guys head further down the hallway. I'm gonna have since you have the motion tracker, I'm going to give you. You're gonna get a bonus. Let me check the motion tracker because I'm pretty sure I've got this as a thing. If not, I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure. Real quick, I'll look up the real rules for the motion tracker later, but I'm going to give you a +1 to your observation. So, Cham, you are going to make a wits and observation check, so that's putting you at 4 dice. There we go. You have no successes. You could push the roll.
I'm going to push the roll.
That gives you a point of stress, though.
Well, I don't know, Rye. I'm not seeing shit.
What do you mean you're not seeing shit?
I'm not seeing shit.
Hit it. Hit it a couple times.
Hit it? Okay. So
all right. We attempt some. So you're pushing it. I like it. That's
pushing it.
I love it. That's actually perfect. I think that's the best. So you get a point of stress. Gotcha. There's Rye. Oh, here we are. I was actually looking. I wrote your real name, Catherine, and not your character name. So I'm like, where the hell's Cham? for my notes here. All right. So when you push a roll, you get a point of stress, and you get to add a stress dice, and then you get to re-roll. So, that being said, we did get a success. So, as you give it a thing, there is.
Okay.
You do pick up something moving down the hall.
How fast is it moving?
It's not moving. So the way I consider the motion tracker works is, I'm not sure if it's not moving too fast, but it's kind of moving slowly away from you.
All right. Let's go pick up the pace and get this thing.
All right.
So we're gonna.
Yep.
I love the little. That being said, I got a cool little footstep sound effect as you guys continue to walk down. Okay, so what's gonna have happen? We've got one success on that. You do hear, as you get closer, there is a sudden skitter across your path. With a little bit of the lights that you guys have, you quickly do see that it is a big-ass space rat. Just kind of and just runs off and kind of disappears.
ROUS!
It's a what?
Rats of unusual size.
A rat of a... Yeah, it's an ROS. It is a rat of unusual size. It tries to climb into a vent shaft, but it can't, and then it like is now kind of backed into. You're just gonna bash it. Gotcha.
Whack it.
Yeah. All right.
Whack it in the.
We're gonna go ahead and have you roll for that there, Rye. So your strength 4. You know what? I like heavy machinery. You can roll that for your big ol' wrench. I'll let that count.
Excellent.
And you get a bonus dice because you have a point of stress.
Where did I get the stress from?
Oh, that was Wilson. I'm sorry. Never, my bad. Never mind. You don't have a point of stress.
That's okay. I got 1 success.
Gotcha. That's enough to beat this rat of unusual size.
Do 5s count as successes?
No, just 6s.
Or only
That's
6s?
okay. I'm not really worried about the hit points and or wounds of the big rat. So
Yep.
And you kill the rat.
Excellent. We should probably clean this up.
Do we have like an incinerator or something?
You definitely have some sort of trash receptacles on this ship because I'm not sure if you want to throw it into the reactor. Seems like probably.
We'll throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll just kind of like, fuck. No, there's blood all over my.
And just Sham pulls out like a rag and just hands it to Ryan and just.
And I don't know why I literally.
I guess we should go up to the bridge and check out this ship.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know about you, but I'm really interested in maybe going on this ship, especially if it looks like it's expensive.
That's what you want to do.
Salvage is technically a thing. Captain Miller, you are now dressed. What do you want to do? I assume go talk to Mother? You're muted, so... Oh, there we go.
Just caught it. I gotta go meet Wilson over at Mother, so...
Gotcha. Wilson, we will reveal you, because I sent you that little secret message here. You are... You head to your personal terminal in your office, you check something, and then soon after you get done reading this that I've sent to you, Captain Miller will appear, and hopefully, of course, it's like, we don't want to send this right now. Come on. There we go. Boom. There we go. It should be... I'll give you 5 seconds to read that. What I like over here is you guys cannot see this, but it's that time. The lizard is out, and it is crawling towards me. Oh, here he comes. Are you going to knock everything over? That is going to be great on the show. I'm wondering if he's going to walk in front of the light, so that'd be cool if you see it like moving behind me.
Well, that would be creepy and awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
just hey, look, this is what the space rat looks
Yeah,
like.
exactly. Yeah, no, that would be a rat of unusual size and texture and species and all that. I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see here real quick. Did you get a chance to read that?
And I will ignore.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. And Captain Wilson, you appear outside the office.
All right. I'm assuming that there's some kind of a chime. I don't remember from the movies if they have like a chime or like a doorbell.
There's probably a chime. The door, the inner... No, this is not an airlock. This is not a sealed room. So I feel like this is one... There's probably a chime, but it's thin enough that you could... If you wanted, it's not like it's going to get lost in the steel plates. So I'll let you determine how you...
I also kind of see Miller as the kind of guy who doesn't necessarily always like to rely on the electronics. So, yeah, knocks at the door.
Wilson will finish buttoning up her freshly changed shirt and will go to the door and open.
You ready?
Yes, I suppose so.
Nice blouse.
Thank you. Fortunately, I brought extras.
Well, I'd certainly hope so. It's a long trip to wear one shirt.
That it is. I saved a couple expensive shirts for the ride home, though it sort of looks like we aren't anywhere near our destination, so that's interesting.
Well,
The ship should be waking us up when we're pretty close to home, should it not?
yeah, but Mother's programmed to wake us up in the event that we should come into a conflict, like a derelict ship barreling towards us out of nowhere.
That's fair.
That'd make for a pretty goddamn bad day.
I would suppose so. Definitely wouldn't want to wreck your ship or another potentially, salvageable ship.
Well, hell, lady, we're on contract with Wayland Yutani, and as long as we're under contract, Mikasa Sukasa, I suppose. Stops and presses the button to open the door to Mother.
Okay, and I realize for the audience here, I can type a little bit of this message. Okay, so you sit down and type in your password and all that business to Mother. Mother reveals to you, text will appear up on the screen because Mother doesn't really talk. So, here, we'll go ahead. I'll read it in. And it's, of course, okay. I'll finish typing that in here in a second. All right, so you do have new orders from Wayland Yutani. It indicates to you that there is a derelict vessel was picked up by insert satellite number. It's a string of alphanumeric numbers and stuff like that. Heading that would intercept you. The ship was then a signal was sent to the ship to wake you up. And you've been given 3 instructions in regards to this. You have encountered the US CSS Kronos. You are to recover scientific data and samples from the ship, escort the salvage Kronos to Anchorhead or another Wayland Yutani facility, and save any of the crew members, of the Kronos.
As Miller reads over the message as he's going through that first paragraph, when he reads over, you've been brought out to rescue a derelict vessel, Miller mutters, "No shit." Well, looks like we're not going to be heading to your rendezvous point anytime soon.
Great. Well, I've spent a couple months on this ship already. It's I've gotten to know your crew a little bit more, so I feel like, a couple more months of doing whatever they need us to do is no big deal. Though I apologize, I'm sure that you were really jonesing to get home.
I don't mind being out on ship. What I do mind is my pay get postponed. That I do mind.
That being said, company policy is you are given a percentage of the salvage.
That salvage percentage would be awful nice, though. I'm sure the girls are going to love to hear about this. All right. Although, what do you think they mean about why would we need to collect scientific data?
Did the message say anything about what kind of ship the Kronos was? Or did it just say?
So, no, it did not. That being said, Mother most likely has some reference files in regards to all that business. So it is possible to look up. As long as it wasn't super, even if it was like company secrets and stuff like that, they would still have at least something on it. And especially since they're sending you you guys, actually, that actually sounds even better than what I was initially thinking. There was a little bit of a small data packet sent about the ship to you guys. So, I'm just correcting a typo. Sorry, guys. I was like, oh, I should have totally have had this prepared, but, you know, there we are. Let's see if it ends up. Okay, so there is a little bit of a data packet sent to you that explains more about the USS Kronos, and I will read that to you here in a second, as soon as I make sure it is possible to read all this. Excellent. Fancy here at TTRP Theater. Now, I have updated the nice little text that's over there to remind everyone, especially our viewers, of your mission. So, recover the scientific data samples from the USS Kronos. All right, so I'm also going to send you guys in our group chat just you will have the layout of the ship. Hold on. There it is. We're going to copy. I got to change. Got to make sure you guys can read it. Manage people and links. Anyone with a link. Boom. And
Holy crap, that is a huge lizard.
Oh, yeah, you just now check. Yeah, that's... There you go. Yeah, that's a rat of unusual size. So there's the overall... So the U.S. CSS Kronos was on an experimental... was on a experimental mission. I think it was 15 years ago. Let me check here. I don't want to lie to you. Let me see here. They've got at the beginning of the adventure, the kind of what's going on here.
I remember reading something.
So it was launched in 2110. They were dispatched for scientific research to the 26 Draconis system as a small planetoid dubbed LV-1113, tucked away in planetary debris shared by the suns of a trinary star system. Beyond that, there is no additional information. If it is 2110, I'm trying to figure out like the current year. I'd have to look. I think that's in the core book, like what the current year is. We're gonna say it's 15 years old. Why not? Because it's There you go. Even if the adventure doesn't say that, who cares? Very good. So yeah, it's been it was sent out 15 years ago to the 26 Draconis system to a small planet LV-1113. Scientific nature. The scientific mission is not included in the brief that's been sent to you.
Right. Well, he'll reach over and patch into the comm. Ladies, how things going down on the lower deck?
I'm just gonna hit and be like, big old rat. Should be good though.
Goddamn stowaways. Has it broken into any of the supplies?
Doesn't look like it made it that far down yet. But we'd have to do larger search.
Sham, is it the rat hasn't made it down that far, or you haven't made it to the supplies yet?
Both, sir.
Right. Well, the rat can wait. I mean, if it's already been down there, then it's been down there long enough that the damage is fucking done. So, we got ourselves a giant pain in the ass, and I need to brief you on that pain in the ass. So if you want to meet in the gallery, we'll have ourselves some delicious nutrient packs and have a discussion about our new instructions from Wayland Yutani.
Sounds good, sir.
Meet in 10.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, one of my players has pointed out, I guess through various information, the Kronos has been missing for 73 years. There you go, even longer. Cool. A while. Still not a good time. So, everyone's been called to the galley to discuss the Kronos and what is to be done. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I think now is a perfect time to take a quick break, let everyone use the restroom and all that business. So what I'm going to do is send you guys over to our fancy "We'll be right back" as soon as I mute everyone. So that being said, as I realize when I do that, there won't be any sound because of the way the sound's working. Oh well, I hope you have fun in silence. Well, you know what? We'll put up something else. So I will see you guys.
Space.
Yeah, in space. Yeah, there you go. I will see you guys here in just a few minutes. So take care. Oh, I got to probably hit transition. Okay, everyone, welcome back after the break. Okay, so the USCSS Kronos is off you swung starboard, it's off your port bow. Running lights are up. You guys are meeting in the galley to discuss your orders from Wayland Yutani. And with that, I will leave you guys to it.
All right, so I realize it's been a short morning since we woke up, but already this trip is all fucked. So, right outside, we got the USCSS Kronos. Now, the Kronos has been disappeared for 73 years. It's a scientific vessel on some kind of mission. Don't rightly know what. But Wayland Yutani's real keen on getting whatever's on that ship back. So our mission is to retrieve any scientific data that's still to be had on board that ship and see if there's any survivors on board. And if there are, bring them home. Real cut and dry. Shouldn't be too difficult. I won't say it's a milk run, but I ain't going to say that it's going to be necessarily a challenge either. Now, I'm a little nervous about the fact that ain't nothing in the records about what that ship was exploring, mind you, but our job is our job. And I don't know about you, but I want to get paid, get my pension, and go home. Any other questions?
How much more are we going to get paid for doing this shit?
That part.
Wilson?
As I believe you all are aware, I think, you guys will be getting a portion of the salvage.
So it relies on
portion.
actually being valuable.
Say again? Sorry.
So it relies on what's ever on the ship actually being valuable.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the fact that they are having us detour and go to this particular thing means that there's going to be something valuable there. That is for sure. And to add on to what the captain said, I do believe that Mother also stated that we are to bring the Kronos along with us to the nearest Wayland Yutani.
We're going to drag... Really?
This ship is meant for dragging things.
We're already dragging something.
Yeah.
So you guys aren't actually dragging something. You guys are not rated for commercial towing, but towing another vessel compared to that giant-ass refinery, as in the Alien movie. Yeah, you guys could tow this. That being said, you don't know. You could just, it could turn on itself. You don't know. It looks on the outside, from what you see of it, to be in... there doesn't appear to be a great deal of structural damage, at least as far as I know. There's probably dings and dents from various things along the way, but...
Weren't we towing gas, though?
I think we've
been towing gas to, converting over to helium or something like that. That was the...
So you're not towing it, it's in the holds. So it's on deck 3.
Gotcha. Okay. Argument stands. We still got a lot of weight already. So... I'm cool with it. I could try it, but I'm just warning you, we already have a lot of weight. and that's a ship, and we don't tow.
If we move the cargo forward and put more pressure, it should eventually balance out with depending on how heavy and how much drag the other ship has. It's doable. It's just going to take work. And it's going to suck.
About that work.
Hell, Cham, you ain't a little afraid of a little work now, are you?
Well, here's the thing. Think you could, well, we have to see what's wrong with the ship first, but could probably fix it if we actually had the materials to do that.
So if I'm going to have to do more work, I feel like we should get more pay. Right, Jim?
Sure.
We're going to have to MacGyver this other ship. This is just a lot more than our original contract.
Well, I'm sure that you will be handsomely rewarded for the extra work that you're going to be doing. We're not just going to make you do extra work and then not give you anything else. And since I am here as your corporate liaison, I can pull a few strings and make sure that with the extra work, there's some extra money.
See, Wilson is taking a shine to us.
Can we get that in writing, Wilson?
That part.
Writing's so passe, I'll write up a report for you.
All right. Well, then you heard the lady. Let's get cracking on the chronos. Now we got 5 suits down in the hold. There's 5 of us. Davis, why don't you stay on board? Get us lined up for a boarding. Rye, Sham, you and me, the 2 of you and me, we're going to go ahead and head over. Wilson, what the fuck can you offer in this situation?
I will wait here unless I am needed aboard the ship, in which case I will keep my eyes open for anything that they might find worthwhile.
Do we got codes or anything for when we get onto that ship? Because I'm sure if it was a scientific vessel, there's going to be a bunch of you need to flash an ID badge or punch in something or have the right eye scanner to get into something.
So because the ship's so old, any retina scan's not going to work Wilson, because Wilson was not even alive, or Wilson's parents might not even have been alive when this when this happens. That being said, you could, because your computer is more advanced, you could try to rig up a plug or some sort of program to override it. In which case, I would say kind of like the new operating system would tell the old one, by the way, this is approved. That would take some doing, unless, of course, Wilson could potentially pull up from Mother maybe some hidden corporate codes that are not available to anybody else. So, though that second part, you guys probably assume is true, you just don't know how true. I'll let Wilson say what Wilson's going to tell you.
Yes, that is a good point. I may be able to pull a few strings and see what Mother has to offer, considering I am a little bit higher up on the food chain when it comes to the company. No offense.
None taken.
So, if we are done planning, I will excuse myself and I'll see what I can dredge up.
Why don't you go do that?
And I will go back to my office.
As Wilson turns to go off to the office, Miller holds up a hand to the other 3. Waits a second. So, just between the crew of the Montero, Mother's files are awful bare on what the Kronos was actually doing out there. Now, we already got a hold full of explosive gas. that if we even fart wrong, we're going to get jettisoned in the nearest fucking sun. And it's going to put a real cheery end to our days.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Wayland Yutani wants us to hop over to the Kronos, grab whatever scientific data is over there for a percentage of the salvage. Ship is 73 years old. Hell, my cradle's worth more than that ship at this point. So I don't know how much we're actually going to make off this run.
And why are we doing this?
We're doing it because until it gets done, they got our paychecks on hold. I don't know about you, but I want the money that's owed. And if I can make a little extra, well, then goddamn it, we'll do it. What I'm saying
is
though,
that extra worth our lives?
So
We're getting blown up?
If we just keep going, we're not going to get paid at all.
Percentage of the salvage.
So yeah, if you do, that being said, at least if you do ignore the orders, there is, you won't get paid. Or rather, there is at least a penalty. You know. I see Cham out of character as a question. Yes,
Yep.
Cham.
Would there be like back end reason that Cham would know to be like, oh yeah, no, if we took the extra lining of the Kronos's holds, we can reinforce ours and it'll be safer and
so it really just depends on how the other ship's doing, because what you could do, depending on the speed and all that other business, even if you can get that ship to run for a minute, it will build up enough inertia, because the reason the engines aren't running, the thing's just been floating in the same direction it stopped. So now that being said, you're going to want to get it up to FTL would be perfect. But that being said, even if it takes you a while, you guys just go to sleep, and it could take you 5 years to get there, but you wouldn't know. That kind of thing. You'd want to get it going as fast as you can. So it depends on what's still over there. Like I said, the overall hull integrity looks pretty good. You have no reason to think that just by looking at it, like, we could probably jumpstart the thing, get it going. But a lot of that stuff's you're gonna have to get a closer inspection or go on the ship. That being said, you can also walk on the outer hull of the ship if you didn't want to go in. You guys have the stuff to do spacewalks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so cool.
So we minimize the danger. All right. We'll put on the suits. We'll head over to the Kronos. We take a look at it, see if we can get her going again, find out what data's on board, see how much we can retrieve, see if there's any survivors.
I want the hoity-toity corporate you-know-who lady to come with us, because I feel like our lives are going to be a lot more invested if we have her.
And also, I don't think any of us are science officers, so if she'll know what is actually valuable.
I personally don't think she knows her ass from a hole in the ground, but that's me. I think if she comes along, she's just going to be more fucking weight than we got to worry about.
That too.
But I see your point, because if her precious ass comes with us and our asses are on the line, her ass is on the line too.
Yeah.
I feel that. I don't know. I'm just, no offense, Davis. I hold a special place in my heart for you. You're my pilot after all, but I'm not real keen on leaving you on board alone here. And it means that you can keep an eye on Wilson too. Because the three of us are going to be awful busy with other things.
I mean, I'm not worried about Wilson, but also it's boring as fuck. I actually would rather be over there, honestly, but
Why don't we give Wilson to you? You babysit Wilson. Take Wilson over.
Like, have me go over with Wilson to the ship.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Why not?
I mean, we can we're gonna pull a line to the ship. Our ship isn't gonna go anywhere. Once we pull a line to it and we park, like,
Now you can try to
you don't
even
need to be here.
airlock too. There's a couple different ways you could airlock. You guys could go out the airlock, spacewalk over. There's a couple of different ways depending on, I would say,
Airlock.
how you want to
Airlock.
minimize the risk.
Minimizing that risk, airlock.
Airlock, yep.
We'll
Yeah.
scan the whole. We'll scan the life support and see what's still running. Then we'll work from there.
Miller had already actually given Davis the order to line up the ships for
Yep.
dock.
Oh
So
yeah, you were supposed to. Well, okay, we'll say we'll roll that now. I forgot about that.
you're fine.
But it sounds like we have a plan.
Yes.
Everyone has a plan. So, first things first. Before I forget about that, Davis, you're gonna give me a pilot check, which would be for you. It's just an agility and piloting. There is no penalty because now you don't suddenly have to move. You just need to get a success.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll.
And you do not have any stress.
No successes.
You could push.
Yeah, let's push. Let's do that.
Push. All right, so
Let's
now you get to
try.
add a stress dice as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that will increase the amount of dice that you have, and then you get to reroll.
Okay. 4 successes.
Boom. All right, so you started up, and we'll just say the ship itself is like rotating, like, you know, it's kind of like barrel rolling through space, as it were. So you've got to kind of compensate with that, and it's just spinning a little faster than you thought. So you increase the power a little bit. You kind of okay, good, but you know you end up making it work just fine. So you guys have an airlock umbilical that will attach. That is a heavy machinery check. And I believe, Cham, you are the heavy lifter. So you would have to make a check for that. Which is
You
just
would have to make a check.
Oh,
for
that's
me.
fine. Well, yeah, your character makes the check. I'm going to roll the dice for you. Cham has a point of stress. So heavy machinery 3. I feel like it's a strength check. Why not? Because I feel like that's your... I'd have to look at it. We'll do strength. Because, yeah, you're sitting there...
Strong like ox.
Yeah, you are... Incidentally, you are strong like ox. Okay. Big money. 4 successes. Yeah, so... well, everyone's a little... just starting to get a little tense. Between... The pilot just lines you up perfectly. So that we cut to that, you know, the special effect shot of the ship turning... then we cut to you at, is the umbilical on A deck or B deck? Let me check here. I found all these cool little maps, so I like looking. Why not? Wouldn't be on A deck, because that's where you guys are.
B?
I'm just looking to see. It might not even say. This is, someone else made this extra. We're going to say... I guess we'll say it's, I feel like B deck makes the most sense. So that's fine. So you're on B deck. You extend the umbilical. Boom. It's connected.
Okay.
There's you kind of, you know, operating the big heavy machinery. During that time, though, Wilson, you did say you went to your office, and while they were all plotting against you, I didn't know if you were doing any evil plotting against them. So... Oh, I see you sent me super secret messages here.
Yeah, I would be going and accessing Mother and just seeing if there are any, like, codes that I would have access to be able to, like, open things up and, you know, poke around Cronus.
I don't hear him. All right, there you go. I feel like that'll... So, to access the information you're looking for, Wilson, that is a check. There we are, Wilson. That's going to be a wits and comms tech check. So that's 4 dice, but Wilson, you have a point of stress, so give yourself... So it's 5 dice. One of them are a different color. If that different color dice is a 1, that's when we got to worry about panic.
Okay.
I just in my head see you panicking at a computer. Oh God!
You said that there's a way that we can like
Reroll, yes.
Okay.
It's called push. So if you have no successes, you can gain a point of stress and then re-roll with that extra dice too from the extra stress.
Okay.
Just get really angry. Just they fucked up my shirt, and now they're doing this bullshit. Like,
so now you get
those
an extra
motherfuckers.
You have 2 dice that are stress dice, and then your normal roll, which is 4 dice. So you're rolling 4 dice plus 2 more stress dice, 6 dice total.
Okay. Sick. I just got like nothing bad and nothing good. It was just like nothing.
It's kind of, I think the way the system's set up is that they want you to have more dice, but there's, you don't always get success, so that encourages you to push, thus get more stress.
I got 1 success.
1 success, that is enough. Yeah, you do get, you are able to find, to get a little bit of codes on the, well, let me see here. You might get a little bit more information. Because I feel like you're asking Mother. Let me pull up some stuff here for you. Just so I can tell you, like, because I feel like you being the corporate person, you probably could find out a little bit more here.
She's been drinking coffee, so her anxiety level is a little bit heightened. So she's like looking this stuff up, and she's like hand shaking. She's like
twitching.
I'm just making sure here, like, what's going on here?
Just a little stressed. It's no big deal.
Okay, so here you know a little bit more now, Wilson, and this is we'll just tell it for the audience too, and I trust my players; they're gonna have fun with it. Okay, so acting on classified data from an encrypted transmission, the Kronos was launched in 2110, an attempt to locate samples of a chemical agent AO3959X.91-15. Deciphering part of the data transmission led them to the 26 Draconis system and a small planetoid dubbed LV-113, tucked away in a planetary debris belt shared by the suns of a trinary star system. So that was what they were sent for. So they were sent because Wayland Yutani was able to encrypt or decrypt some sort of transmission that led them there to locate samples of a chemical agent. So that's what you know. You are given some basic codes and stuff like that, which might be able to give you a dice bonus to, accessing their computers, assuming they're operable, that they can function in any way. So let's see here. All right, hold on here again. Yeah. All right. While you're busy checking those messages there, Wilson, Captain Miller, you're docked and ready to go. What's the plan?
All right. So we're docked and locked and ready to go. Everybody do a quick check on your suits.
All right. So everyone's going to start getting... Is everyone going over, I believe? That's the plan?
At this point, everyone's going over. Oh, yeah, which reminds me, we need to have a little moment while you're finishing up your research with Wilson.
Gotcha. Cool. Let me... So, Wilson, I'm going to have you roll You're going to roll a wits plus comtech check with your 2 bonus stress dice. And then, yeah. I'm going to check one more
Are we
thing.
allowed to like hack anything?
Yeah,
Going
so
over?
you can. Yeah. There's. I have a list on our player's guide that I sent over that has like a list of all the equipment. If you guys want a quick rundown, while you have 5 compression suits, ugh. A motion tracker, a cutting torch, a bolt gun, 1 M4A3 service pistol with an additional magazine, a space sub harpoon gun, a M240 incinerator unit, and a P5000 power loader.
I'm grabbing the bolt gun.
There you go. I love it. You got that sitting there.
Should I get the torch cutter?
Yeah. It's just.
Yeah.
So that being
There's
said,
no way I can bring the power loader over.
the power loader is it's a big bitch.
It's a bitch.
Yeah, it's I mean, you could do something with it, but bringing it over to the ship, that's probably not happening. All right.
That sounds like
what did you get
lot of
on your
work.
roll, Wilson?
So ones are only bad if they're on stress dice, right?
Only if they're on stress dice.
I got 3 successes.
All right, sounds good. So Miller, you're gonna, you got to open the door just as Wilson's finishing up with Mother. And then there you go. You guys are docked, ready to go. This is just before you get on your compression suits.
Right.
I think that's when you're going to explain to them, hey, we're going on.
Hey, Wilson, got a change in plans.
Oh,
You're coming with us.
okay.
Way we reckon there's going to be some things over on that ship, being a scientific vessel and all, that we mayhaps need some of your codes and your knowledge to access. So saves Rye a little bit of time at trying to hack through your doors. Plus, I'm pretty sure Wayland Yutani wouldn't appreciate my crew trying to strong arm its way through every hole on that ship.
It's very true. Since they want us to, bring it back, I assume they want it damaged as little as possible. I did manage to find some access codes for the ship, so hopefully, if everything's operational, I should be able to get into a few things.
Sounds good. We're the girls are doing their suit checks and gathering up gear, so we'll be ready to go here in just a moment. Davis already got us lined up and docked, so all we got to do is suit up, head over.
All right.
All right. So meet us at the dock in 10.
Will do.
All right, it sounds like everyone's going. What I'm going to do, a quick note here. Do I have all these things? Okay. Who's taking what? Because I've got, again, plugging the starter set, comes with little item cards for all these things. So I believe, Rye, you want the... What are you getting? The
Bolt gun.
Bolt gun. Let me check it here. I'm just kind of putting...
And then...
Bolt gun here with Rye. Gotcha.
Because I'm the computer person, do I have my own computer that I can bring?
You probably have some sort of small little personal, like a 1980s fancy futuristic iPad. Sure.
Perfect.
Why not? Yeah.
Take it.
Palm Pilot.
Yeah, there you go. Anything else? Anyone else taking anything else?
I'm going to...
Service
I thought we
pistol?
were just going around, so.
I think the service pistol, is that yours, Wilson, or is that Miller's?
Not mine.
It's on the list of stuff.
Yeah, I thought a specific character just had it, and I could have been just...
Well, I know my character has the skill for it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That might be it. That might be why you have it.
I was actually to say as captain, I was just going to say, no, that's mine.
I feel like it's either yours or Wilson's, and I'm going to see if it says anything. You know what? I'm okay with saying it's yours. So we're going to give you the pistol. Like I feel
Justin.
Miller.
There you go.
All right.
Service pistol with Miller. Anybody else want anything else?
I still have my motion sensor in my back
I'm gonna-
pocket.
Pick up the
And,
motion sensor.
Well, there's only one, so who has the motion
Oh, I
sensor?
thought it said there's 5.
There's 5
it's-
suits and 1 of everything else.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Does someone else
JK.
want the motion sensor? Because I'm going to take the cutting
Who has the
torch.
best
No.
Hey,
observation?
Wilson.
What is my observation?
I don't
My-
know.
I have a 2.
It's wits and observation. So whoever's witty and has observations is probably the.
I got a.
I have observation 1, so
I've got wits 3, observation 2.
It's 3, observation 2.
Yeah,
4?
it's just so. It sounds like Davis and Wilson are the best with the motion sensor.
all right.
Davis.
One of you guys got it.
So Davis has the
Don't
motion
give it to
sensor.
Wilson.
Yeah, gotcha.
What does the incinerator unit do?
It is a flamethrower.
So, hi.
You don't
Davis
necessarily
wants the
have to-
flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
Give Wilson the motion sensor. Give
Yeah, you
Wilson-
can have the motion sensor.
All
on the
right, there we go.
flamethrower.
Okay, so Wilson
What?
has the motion sensor.
Unless the captain
Sorry,
says
did you want
otherwise.
to give Wilson the flamethrower, sir?
Davis, what the hell we want to take a flamethrower on a scientific vessel for?
You never know. You never know.
Cobwebs.
Wilson,
There ain't enough room in one of these suits for us to put our head between our cheeks and kiss our ass goodbye. Flamethrower stays in the hole.
Fine.
So do you want the motion tracker then, Davis?
Harpoon grappling gun was used for that.
So really, it's
If there's
the grapple gun is like if now you guys have an umbilical connector, but if you somehow end up outside and you're floating away, it does have. You know.
Can't
Take
set
that.
anything on fire with the harpoon gun. Go right ahead.
Fine.
All right, grapple
Reluctantly
gun.
switches out.
All right. Anything
Also-
else? Yes.
Gonna take a pill. Just slip that before we cap off.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Don't worry about it. Famous last words.
Exactly.
Wilson,
Anything else?
do you even know how to work a comm?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me? Do I
Wilson,
work what?
do you even know how to work the motion sensor? Have you ever used one of these? They're highly technical.
I don't know. Have I? Have I used one before?
You have a
just
comms tech of
give
one,
it-
so you're trained in its basic operation for sure. I mean, it's also pretty simple. So yeah, you know how to work a computer, but you're not a tech expert.
I mean, for the effective use of tracking motion, I suppose that I could probably give it a go.
Good enough for me.
All right, let's suit up.
Okay, everyone's in their suits. We have Wilson has the motion tracker. Cool. And you guys are moving across. So the door between the door in the umbilical will open, leading you down a very. I would say it's about. I'd say about 25 feet between this umbilical corridor that leads to the airlock of the Kronos. And after you've done that, you guys are now relatively weightless, but your suits will keep you to the to the metallic bottom of the umbilical. You shut the airlock behind you. I've got cool little sound effects for that, so of course we're using them. And there you guys are at the outer hatch of the USS Kronos, or the USCSS Kronos.
As we're walking, I will actually let everybody know what I learned in regards to the whole that they intercepted a signal and learned about. Sorry, I wrote it down because I knew I would forget. That they were looking to go to this one place to get samples of a chemical agent or whatnot, and that's probably what they want still.
So as you guys get to the other side, The airlock has a great deal of corrosion on it, and the only way it's going to be open is if someone has a cutting torch.
Aha!
There we go, Cham. So that is a heavy machinery check. That would be strength and I feel like it's a agility and heavy machinery. You guys can continue to roleplay while I roll that.
All right, Cham, looks like you're going to need to put that thing to use. Go ahead and get on that.
So I'll start.
You will have no
all right.
successes currently, Cham. Do you wish to push?
I mean, we need to get through, so I'm going to push.
All right, there you go. I like how you guys even can feel the stress of the dice. Like, oh, I don't wanna. There we go. You have a success. So it takes you a second. So while these guys are discussing, hey, they intercepted a transmission, you're digging through.
It's like super stuck, Captain.
It's super stuck.
It's super
Catherine
stuck.
just
That's
love.
the technical.
Yeah, I love that. It's super stuck. Oh, yeah. So,
Wilson, what type of chemical agent?
The only thing that I was able to gather was that it was some form of chemical agent that they were interested in. As to the nature, I have no idea, but it seems like they're interested. They were able to actually intercept and decrypt something to let them know where this thing was, so it seems like it must be pretty important. So if this is part of the whole salvage thing, you should be getting a decent cut.
Well, is like a name to it, something it looked like, or just a gas?
It'll be an
yeah.
vessel. That's all.
Awesome. Great.
If something looks relatively shiny or it's in a very particular place, that's probably it.
All right.
All right. The corrosion has been removed. You guys, I'm sure there's a panel that you got to pull back some things on. You press the button and it begins to pressurize the inside of the airlock. And do we open the door?
I mean, are there any windows?
Not at this part, no.
No.
It seems more
I
like
guess we're opening the door.
It feels like it's more going to be like we're kicking the door open, trying to like get through this bitch.
You were not wrong. It's going to take some to get this open here.
That's the technical term.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's put our backs into it.
All right, so you guys are entering.
Someone want to just like football hit the door.
Let me see where you guys are entering here. Where's the airlock?
Deck C.
Dang. Oh, that's right. You guys can look and actually see the layout here.
Deck
Is it
C,
C?
cargo deck, all the way at the top.
Deck C. Is that it? Is that the symbol? Airlock. There you go. I like it. Deck C, C1 junction. All right. Cool. Let's get rid of this and pull you guys up, at least for the audience here, so you can see Deck C. I know it's probably tiny for you guys, but if you look, I can't even point because you guys can. How do I show you that? So I guess it's over there at the front end. And I can't
Way
even
at the
relate.
top.
Yeah, way at the top. There we go. Yeah.
It's next to the C.
Yeah. Okay.
The
So
cargo
there.
deck.
So there. That's where we are. The door opens. There is a slight hiss of air, but the pressurization went pretty well, so you don't have to worry about anything exploding. Oh wait, this says we're on A deck according to the adventure. Hold on, that's never mind. There must be another one. We'll go to A deck. My bad. And junction A1.
Wait, an inconsistency in a role-playing game product?
Yeah, there we go.
Nope.
It's fine. So yeah, okay.
Say
So
it's
it's
not
actually
so.
Okay, so we came down.
Yeah. So you guys will come up to junction A1. And there you guys go. We are on A deck. So those of you guys that can, our audience watching at home, if you look over here at the map, starting all the way over here, you'll see the mother but then it's the next room next, so that's junction A1. You guys enter, and here we are. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. Other than that, you guys... So the door opens, your external door opens, and it kind of jams a little bit, like... Obviously from the corrosion. But other than that, everything else in here seems to be relatively operational. And this, there is a door that will... There is another door that will lead further into A deck, and there's also... they're sealed off, but there's a ladder that leads up and down. Or I guess it would be only down, because you're at the top. So then there's a ladder that leads down that is sealed as well. Yes, there is also tiny bits of ice crystals kind of forming around, like just the whole interior. So what do we do?
Suppose we should go check with Mother, see what happened on the ship.
Yeah.
Yep. So Miller will insist on going first. So he'll step past the crew and step on board. And as he does so, he'll turn his suit's lights on. Adam, if you're talking.
Adam, you didn't unmute your mic.
There we go. Well, incidentally, that's fine. There's a nice little sound effect of like breathing in your suits. So I figure I'm gonna
Nice.
turn that down. Just try to get it. Here we go. It'll probably be just everything else. Sounds really neat. Hey, got all these sound effects. Might as well use them. All right. So you open the door, and you are heading. I assume you're going to take the quickest route to Mother. I'm just reading it over here.
That's just to our right, yeah? Or I guess ahead of us?
Yeah, it'd be just directly ahead.
Rye's gonna follow.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh no, you started the train.
All right, so you open. That airlock leads into the ship. Directly ahead of you is a small corridor that leads to Mother. And like I said, there is just faint ice crystals along. There is a little bit of emergency power or low running lights in the area too. Like, so as you guys kind of come in, you actually slowly see the lights kind of come on ever so slightly.
Well, we got power at least.
For now.
Let's just hope we got enough power to at least get Mother on.
All right, so you approach the door of Mother. There is a small keypad that is only faintly illuminated.
Wilson?
I'll come up and I'll try and use the access code I found.
Excellent. So as you press the button, like the little indicator, like broom, broom, is pretty slow, but it eventually boop, boop. You're like holding down the 3 or whatever, and it takes it a second to register. But eventually, there's a little boom, and the doorway opens ever so slowly.
That's gonna get annoying fast.
Yeah.
Close her eyes.
Mhm.
Well, it's working. Just a little slow. So that's a good sign.
That's a good sign. At least, like,
Moment to wake up.
So you
Right.
said, what did you say? I'm sorry, Megan.
Oh, I said it's working, so that's a good sign, but it's probably just going to take it a little bit to wake up.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Captain Miller.
Rye, you think there's any way we could give a little jolt to the Cronus? Maybe get a little kick to its generators?
I mean, we didn't bring over the power supply. That would be what might be able to jolt it.
Probably hook something up from our ship to this ship. Just give it something extra to feed on it.
We could
There
go check
is-
out the reactor and see
There
how
is
that's
reactor
going.
relay control on deck C.
Maybe you could hit it with your big wrench.
Why don't I give it to you and you go hit it?
Wilson,
Not now.
do you actually think that? I mean, there's something to be said about percussive maintenance, but you don't actually think she hits things with the wrench, right?
Honestly, I've just seen it happen in movies.
Oh, Jesus wept. All right. Rye,
To be
Sham,
fair, it does work a lot.
why don't the two of you head down, see what you can find in see if you get the reactor related back up and running.
Do you want to take the with you?
Yeah. Give it.
And over the motion tracker to Rye.
So the motion tracker goes to Rye, and Rye also has the bolt gun. All right, so who's going? So Rye's going to reactor control. Who else is going with them? Cham. All right, so the mechanics are going to reactor control, while the three of you are, at least for right now, staying right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you two will head along your way, and I will assume the three of you at least scoot in. The mother is not a very big room, so
Right.
the three of you can't fit in here particularly comfortably, but you can be. You will see the main display of mother, like, kind of doing the little blinking and, like, very DOS fashion, just boop, 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 boop. And it'll say, like, startup, reinitializing in progress. And, like, you see the percentage, like, going up rather slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's not ready for command input, but she seems to be rebooting, probably because you guys opened a door. Something has happened within the ship.
Wilson will kind of look to the captain and Davis and just say, so, just, not that I'm questioning anything necessarily, but does anybody else find it interesting that this has been missing for 73 years and now is when we're looking into it? Because, like, as far as we know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but, like, it doesn't seem like we just discovered that the ship was here. Like, Waylon probably already knew that it was there.
So, from your information that you guys got, not too long ago, and in kind of this kind of time, like it's months and stuff like that, they picked it up from a satellite in the extreme area, and they realized that you two would intercept. So you have been woken up. Okay. And literally, you were going to collide. It's just that it was running so silent, your ship didn't necessarily pick it up.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Okay, so
Yeah.
Redact that.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Because I was just thinking that, like, if we knew that it's just been here and it's been 73 years and it's just now, but that is not the case. Okay.
Hey, Davis, mother's taking her sweet time getting loaded up. You want to go take a look at the bridge, see if there's anything there, any juice left in those controls?
I mean, there's no juice. If this is taking a while, it's going to take a while up there too.
So literally, the bridge is right beneath you. So for your character to now, I'm not saying Davis wants to walk on their own, but literally, you would go back to where you came, go down one level, and walk. Like you would literally be beneath them. Not that that's necessarily close and comfortable in this kind of creepy area, but it's not crossing the entirety of the ship, though.
Well, close and comfort wasn't her concern. It's more, this is happening here. It's going to happen down there too.
I also think, not that we should do it right this very moment, but it might be prudent to go and check where the cryopods? Yeah, where those are. because they did mention that we should save anybody who may be savable, and the only way that that's possible after 73 years is probably going to be there.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
it would still be running, considering the fact that Mother's like shut down more or less.
Right. Well,
What's to say?
before we before we go doing all of that, I want to make sure. I want to check the captain's logs and see what the last entries in the log or say.
Definitely.
And what anyone that's still alive in the chiropods should be able to access that information from Mother once we get it up and running.
So while you guys are having your conversation, we're going to have Rye and Cham. So you guys are going to the reactor control. Now let me take a look at the map here to see all the creepy areas you've got to go to get there. Let's see here.
A lot of creepy areas.
So if the quickest way for you is to take the junction that you guys came in and go down past B into C deck. So that'll take you to C deck, and then you're going to be... so when you step out of C deck, let me get us to C deck here real fast so everybody can see all the stuff I did. Boom. All right, so you're going to come out at the junction that is the most furthest away from me, closest to the players for everyone watching. As I'm realizing, because I have it in a different mode right now, I hope everyone can't see the lines. I guess I'll find out. Oh, well, that's all right. I'll be very disappointed if we can. Oh, well, I'll do it better next time, if you can. So, there is behind you, or rather the north, we're just going to call it, to the fore end of the ship. That's where above you and to the fore end would be where the captain and them are. Heading more towards the aft section, there's a stairwell, and you guys are in the cargo area. And to the far aft end of the ship is the reactor control. And let me check and see what else is on C deck.
So we have to go across the catwalk.
I love that you guys are going like pretty much as far as possible away from us. Like we're
and we're definitely going right past the bridge, so we're not, turning on any of the not checking to see the life support, not checking to see the station sensors, not checking to turn on the comm station. Just,
we're just going for it.
I think our suits have a comm system.
Yeah, you guys can. Yes.
Oh, do we have like?
Yeah, you got a little radio. Yeah, of course.
Sick.
Yeah, if you want to do that, because he even got the fancy little helmet radio sound. So yeah.
I like that. All right, well, I'm okay with this.
So what's the plan? I was reading up on C deck. Sorry.
We're gonna go down past the cargo bays, and go across the catwalk, and probably peek over the side to see what's on deck D, since we're on the catwalk on our way over.
Well, so I don't think there's an actual. Oh, there's the vehicle bay. So deck D is actually separate. See, there is a catwalk, but beneath you is the storage units.
Yeah, but it just says open to deck D. So
does it say open to deck D? I'm sorry.
Down.
Cool. Yeah, so there's the vehicle bay. Yeah. Down the catwalk, though, you will find, as you step around the corner, you see a foot.
Like
a
disconnected from a body.
Like
a foot,
like a
kind
foot?
of. No, so then, but it's around the corner. You will then see a body.
Okay.
It is headless, slumped over at the side of the catwalk.
Okay. And
Calm.
Sham's gonna put.
And both of you will get a bonus
cutter.
level of stress.
Cool. Sham's gonna get the torch cutter. Rye. So torch cutter
hold
ready.
Hold on. Comms, Captain.
Yeah.
Captain. We got a dead body with no head.
What?
Yeah.
What
Can we
kind of
continue?
bullshit? All right. Well, this got a hell of a lot weirder. Stay put. Where are y'all at right now?
We are currently on the catwalk.
On
We
C
were
deck.
heading on C deck, heading toward the reactor room.
Reactor.
All right, Wilson, you stay put. Wait till Mother comes up. Davis, you and I are going to go meet the other two.
You want me to stay here alone?
Lock the door.
The door's locked just fine, sweetheart. You'll be fine. Ain't nothing on this vessel but dead men and cargo, right?
So are the comms so that everybody can always hear it, or do they have like
You know what? I would say, I'm just going to say, you guys have speakers near each other, so you can hear each other through the speakers, even though that's not exact. Well, no, yes, it would. Excuse me. Because the atmosphere is slowly being added back slightly, so there is a sound medium. So they will say there's a proximity thing, but to radio everyone else, you got to hit the button. Just because I don't feel like doing that.
like we all heard what Rod was
Yes, so when they radio it'll yes, I do like that. When you radio, it broadcasts to everyone. I like that. Yeah, thank you. Putting some logic here into this tech.
I just want to make sure. So there's a dead body, a head. Did you say it was headless?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said headless,
There
which
is
means it's missing the head, Wilson.
there is a headless dead body, and I'm going to sit here by myself.
Let's just bring her. Like, it's not a problem. Just bring her.
All right. Come on.
All right, I will follow back.
Rye's gonna look at Cham and you want me to go poke it now, or you want to wait for everybody?
I'll keep an eye out. You poke it now, see what he's got on him.
So you have the motion tracker. You're not seeing any movement yet. I mean, except for Rye. You'll see Rye's movement. Rye, you walk over to the body. Clenched in the hand is a shotgun.
Oh, I'm taking that, and I'm hiding it.
I mean, it's
Open it
really
up,
hard
make
to
sure
hide a
it's
shotgun.
Take it, open it up, see how much they got in there.
That's a good point.
Good
Keep
point.
patting.
Is it full or empty?
So the way the ammo works and the system works is a little different, but we will say it's down one round. So we'll say it has 11 shots. The way it works in this game.
I'm gonna pat him down for the rest of the ammo.
So there is no other ammo. That being said, as you were examining this body closely, it seems to be contorted strange. Its arms are too long. And what's left of its head seems to be misshapen.
All right. I'm gonna see. Is there like a wallet or an ID badge anywhere? Is it wearing like a uniform?
No, is there like a last name on the lapel
There
or
is
something?
no identifying. He has a uniform, but it doesn't have his name on it. How about that?
Okay. And there's no like receipts in the pocket, nothing that would identify that this was like an actual person.
They're wearing like the uniform of the ship.
Okay, but no identification on.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and name every dead body. That's just going to get ridiculous. If there is a name, there's a name, but it's dead
That's
man
fine. I
A.
don't need the name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
You-
fine. I'm
you
just
have
trying
every
to
reason
verify
to
whether or not this was.
Yeah. You have every
real
reason
live
to
person.
assume that this was was once or is a member of the crew.
My knowledge of comms and having worked in this for a while, do I know about androids?
Androids are common. I shouldn't say that. You know of androids, but they're not always standardly used. At
So
this
the
point in
fact
time, most military vessels and big vessels have at least one synthetic on board, but it's not, this is a cargo hauler. And the scientific vessel, though, may have a synthetic. But this guy isn't, the body is not a synthetic. Synthetics have like white, milky, like blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
This
what I was
is,
looking for.
no, that's a lot of, that's some dried
That's a
human
gross.
blood.
That's a
Yeah.
gross.
And can I see the full body, or is it kind of just like, you said it's all contorted?
Mm-hmm. Like its body's misshapen rather than contorted.
All right. I'm gonna look over at Cham. Nothing else. No, just one round left.
No, you're down one round, I should say.
I'm sorry,
like
I'm
as
down
in
one
like it's
round.
not full. Like he used the gun before it died.
Looking at where he was holding the gun, in that general direction, do I see any signs of shots on the wall?
It's too dark right now. You'd have to get power going. That being said, the lights are slowly coming back up.
Okay.
Do we not have like light?
You guys have lights on your thing, but it's a big ship. It's dark, especially where they are. It's more open area.
Oh yeah.
Like it's definitely a lot creepier there. Like it is a black void around them that's running lights are slowly coming on. All right, so the rest of you guys said you're on your way?
Yep.
All right, as you guys are about halfway there, a drone will appear, like a droning noise, like a mother makes an announcement. Cryogenic stasis has been interrupted. Cryopods deactivated. And it will continue that, yeah.
Well, shit.
So
Um,
I go check the cryopods. Y'all go ahead.
Did y'all wake somebody up? I just heard an announcement.
Mother must have decided to wake him up. Very similar to what happened with us.
oh yeah.
If Mother's just now coming back on board, she might be following the last commands she received.
Question. So are we like already pretty close to those guys, or would we be like sort of
Cryo, I believe, is on
Is
A.
A deck.
Same
so,
floor that we were originally on.
Yeah, so that's back up where all of you came from.
Are we
So-
closer to that area, or are we closer to Ryan Cham?
I'm going to say halfway. Enough that you guys, you could make a decision one way or another.
equidistant?
um
Do we want to go check out a dead body, and we're going to check out the people who are waking up?
do you I'll hit the comms. Do you guys feel like, well, I guess this isn't my realm. You're the captain, Miller, but do we feel like they could probably handle the dead body while we deal with the potentially living beings, or what do you think?
It is a
Muted.
dead body.
You're muted, Captain.
If that body is dead.
The body is dead.
Dead body ain't going nowhere. We can leave it there. Let's meet up at the cryopods.
You want me to leave the headless body here?
Yes.
It ain't gonna get up and walk away, right?
I'm just saying this body doesn't look normal, and I thought you should take a look at it, but that's fine.
We'll come back.
Since it ain't going anywhere, that means we can always come back to take a look at it. Cryopods being deactivated means that there may be some more people that are living that we need tending to.
And just as a fun little note, if they don't know that we're on this ship and they start noticing that something's moving in their ship, we might end up like that rat you found.
Banged over the head with
Yeah.
a wrench.
Looking at this body, I don't think we want to meet the others on this ship.
So as power is
Shotgun.
slowly being restored to the ship, you guys now suddenly hear this the air filtration system kind of kicks on, but it's like you guys are in your sealed suits. And the reactor for the Cham and Rye will hum a little bit more.
So we're going to need to, this sounds like we're going to need to make sure that the air filtration system's going to work. Otherwise, we're going to have a lot of dead bodies.
At least
Can we deactivate the cryo thing, like booting up? So they
It's
don't
getting
wake
turned
up
off,
into-
so they're going to wake up one way or another. You would have to try to reset it.
So we've got,
Right.
what, 10 minutes before they wake up?
Maybe.
All right, Sham, should we head up?
We gotta get to the in my opinion, we gotta get to the reactor. We gotta make sure that the air filtration is gonna work. If we can't
All right.
breathe, we can't help.
So filtration is in a different section.
Is different. Yep.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I'm not saying not checking out the reactor is, in a 73-year-old vessel, how, whether or not it's a good idea to check that.
there is filtration.
Air scrubbers are on deck A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. According
but-
to my map here, yeah.
Oh, I just see that's the shaft. Okay. Shaft.
Yeah, it's
The
probably with
scrubber
it. Yeah.
shaft.
So,
And that
Cham
shaft goes
and
all the way
Rye.
through.
Cham and Rye, do you want to go to the reactor, or do you want to meet up at cryo, or do you want to go to the air filtration or the air scrubbers?
Captain, what's more important? Being able to breathe or having power?
Can we breathe without power?
Good
So,
point.
just a general note, because you all have been here. So what's happening is, and you could take a quick check with any fancy little instrument. There's air on the ship. The problem is, air scrubbers, reckoning back to actually like Apollo missions, like Apollo 13 when they ran into that issue, they're air scrubbers that filtrated CO2. So, if you guys take a quick check, there's air, but the CO2 levels are a little high. So, you could breathe here for a little bit. It's just the problem is, it's not getting rid of the CO2, and that will eventually poison you.
Yeah, okay. Let's work on breathing.
Also, so we're in our suits right now. There's
You guys are fine. It's just, if anybody's waking up in the, in cryo, they'll be fine for a little bit.
Okay.
Like, this is not a you're dead now problem. This is you're dead in an hour problem because you don't have air. Or you
In
too
an
much
hour,
CO2.
then let's go to the reactor relay control, make sure that we have the power to save these people so we don't have to immediately throw them up on our ship.
Or we could also look for suits for them too. I mean, do the thing, but also.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
no.
we could look
Aren't
for-
there some some suits in EVA suits on deck B? So y'all are on deck B. Grab some EVA suits just in case.
Grab them, head to cryo.
Sounds good.
Will do.
Good plan, Sham.
Woo! Thank you, Captain.
All right, good luck.
All right, let's go to. I'm gonna turn this down here. Okay. You guys, all right. So Wilson, Davis, and Miller, you're gonna go get EVA suits and then go to cryo, or go to cryo and then get EVA suits, or are we splitting up?
EVA suits, then cryo.
All right, so you will move to where the EVA suits are. What is that? That's on deck A, I assume, right?
They are
EVA is deck B.
Deck
So they're
B.
on deck B, so they would have to pass it to get up to junction B1.
Convenient that.
They're
The
halfway
EVA
there
suits.
anyway.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Gotcha. I'm checking here.
Right across from the armory.
It's not a bad thing to mention. Yeah, if that's a thing, we might want to grab some things.
If you want to stop by the armory, you can. The armory is...
It's missing a shotgun.
Yeah.
Where is
I mean, simply for the fact that there was a deformed body, it looked kind of weird, and it was decapitated. And then we're about to interact with some people who, I mean, there was a unknown chemical agent, so...
So when you guys are... So you walk into one of the vestibules that have these EVA suits. The EVA suits are big and bulky. It will take a lot to move them. To the, essentially, across the way, we're on B deck. Let's go ahead and show the audience here, since I got all this fancy stuff. This is why I need, like, someone else to do all this for me. It'd be so cool. So, if you're looking at me, just to kind of tell everybody where you're at, we're on B deck. I had to crop it so we can't see it. It's not all fancy. So, if you look beneath me to the left, so there's the front part of the ship, essentially the cockpit. And it will drop back up. There's vestibules. That's where the EVA suits. Across from the EVA suits is an armory. That being said, you will see there are pulse rifles in there, and there is a white milky light substance splattered up against the wall.
Is there a body?
No.
Davis goes in to like take up a rifle, but it's like
There's only,
at the
as I
white
checked,
spray,
there's only one pulse rifle left.
taking it, but look at the spray, like
What direction is the spray in?
It will go towards the, so like I would say, we'll say there's like the locker, and then this is like the outer hull goes this way. It was kind of that way. It's like up on that side.
Okay.
So with medical aid, would I be able to visually recognize android?
Yeah,
fluids?
sure. That sounds good. Yeah, no, it's definitely not human blood, and it probably looks like it could be android fluid, which is what we'll call it. There you go, android fluid.
Well, shit, that looks like a synthetic bit it hard here.
But there's no body. That's great.
So we got a headless corpse downstairs, and we got evidence of a pretty violent end for a synthetic, but no body.
I mean, would that be an end, or just if there's no body, can they survive without the fluid? Do they have other fluid stores?
I mean, yeah, did that
burst?
Yeah, it's just like a person. Like, you can lose a little bit of fluid and be okay. It's not good, but it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, a synthetic can live through a lot. I mean, they're tough sons of bitches, but I mean, that's not necessarily a deadly kind of thing. But get a spray like that, whether you're a person or a synthetic, that's a hell of a blow.
Maybe we'll find an injured synthetic in the cryo place.
Find out.
Well, they wouldn't be put into cryo sleep, would they?
No.
Okay.
No, that's actually. Sorry, I don't want to. Sorry, digging into the lore.
So, so you guys. So the question is, these EVA suits are heavy. So you would all have to lug it.
And that'd be just one, right? Like they're all.
From what I'm seeing here, the vestibules they've got.
I see 3.
I say I mean, in terms of like the weight, would we all have to carry one, or could we?
So you could probably each carry one. It's gonna be awkward. Like, you're gonna be dragging this thing here. So there is only there is 2, I think, in each one. Let me see here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people are actually alive, so.
Yeah. So how many do you want to? Are you going to take any, or are you going to leave it and try to bring people here? What's the plan?
Well,
3 means that you have 3 of their members to go back and get 3 more suits.
it's true.
So
Yep. Might as well.
That
One
is
each.
it's a good idea. Do it.
So you guys are each grabbing one?
Yep.
One each.
All right, you guys are dragging that. But that being said, let's go back down to the reactor, because you guys are just outside of it. See here, you go to the door, and sorry, here as I'm looking up various things. The door opens. The only light in here comes from an access port from the reactor itself. The light grows dull and it casts long, deep shadows. However, this place is a mess. All of the equipment and various furniture about seem to have been moved to one corner of the reactor control. As you take a step in, your suit will suddenly kind of like spring to the Geiger counter will pop up a little bit. There is a low level of radiation being emitted here. There is some sort of small reactor leak.
okay. Gonna do a quick report and we're like, hey guys, we got a small leak down here, so try not to go down to deck C if you guys can help it.
Copy.
So what do you guys?
Can
Is
we
the
fix
furniture near the quote unquote leak?
No, so there's the reactor and there's the controls. It seems to be off on this corner.
Is there a
I'm
door?
gonna check out the.
Is there a door? So you guys are back down on C deck. So let's move.
I'm trying to figure out why the furniture is in front of a corner.
There is no.
Is it underneath
door.
a vent?
Yes, but not like directly.
But someone could hop up on the furniture pile to get up into a vent.
It's possible.
All right. I'm gonna tap into the reactor and see if I can find the leak.
Gotcha. All right. So as you guys begin to do that, you will hear a thud, and some of the furniture kind of like stumbles over. And,
Okay, turn around, pointing my torch cutter.
And motion detector.
all right, so you pull open the motion detector. I like that. I always like that. Some of it falls back and reveals a yellow spacesuit in the corner. But then it begins to move.
The spacesuit?
The spacesuit begins to move.
It doesn't look like one of the evac suits.
It's a yellow
EVA?
spacesuit. Yeah, probably EVA. Yeah. And the spacesuit turns and looks at you, and there's a crack in the front, and there is a person with this giant bulbous head. It looks at you, snarls, and lunges towards either one of you. We're gonna
I got
go.
my shotgun.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do initiative. Initiative is done from the initiative draw deck. I will draw for you first, Rye. You're gonna go on 5.
Fuck.
You, Cham, you're gonna go on 10. And I'm going to go on 8, so,
Oh my god.
let me check initiative, because I'm not sure if initiative goes, at least with the deck, it goes who's higher or lower.
Top down or
Yeah, I'm going to look it up real quick, might as well. And then we'll go ahead and get to some fun stuff here. Let's check. Page 53. Since I'm talking about the starter set comes with a condensed rulebook. So that's pretty good. I like it. Drawing the initiative 1 through 10. If you do not have access, number 1 acts first. Number 2 acts. So the first person to go is going to be you, Rye. You are the first to go.
I'm going to shotgun it.
You are going to shotgun it. Okay, let me.
Yep, preferably in the head.
Preferably in the head. I'll look up and see if they're called shots.
You said it's large and bulbous, so I feel
Yeah,
like
it's, I mean, yeah, you know, might
an
not be
easy
too hard to
target.
hit it. I just gotta see if the stats for what it's like, oh, it's over here, but I'm not. Sorry, everybody, to keep delaying like this. But that being said, there is this creature. It might be in the core book here. That might be what it. There's like in the back. There's like 2 little quick stats for. There we go. Here's some stats. Cool. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so you're the first person to go. I've got its health and all that business. First thing you're going to do, is we're going to go to combat. You're going to get a bonus from the shotgun, because that's how this works.
Shotgun. Oh, yeah.
So, combat is 57. Around there. Sorry, everyone. Ranged combat. Okay, ranged combat here. You are at short range. There you go. I think you have a fast and a slow action. I think aiming, you could probably do that. You could aim and then shoot if you wanted.
Yep.
Aiming, take your time. It's a fast action, so aiming's a fast action. Shooting is a slow action. That'll give you a +2. So, with your shotgun, you're going to make an agility. You're making an agility plus range combat, and I think we established you don't have range combat. So it's your agility +2 from the weapon,
Okay.
and then your current stress is 1. You did now just see a creature, so I'm increasing everyone's stress by 1. So your extra stress is 2. So, agility +2 from the weapon, 2 from your stress, and +2 from aiming.
Stress for everybody or stress for just the 2 who were seeing?
Just for the 2 that saw the monster.
I think I miscounted that. So I've got 2 for stress. I've got my
2 for the shotgun, 2 for the aiming,
Yep.
and then whatever your agility is.
3. Okay. Cool. That's awful. All right. Well, none of my 1s were on stress die. But
None
I
of them?
did get 2 6s.
2 6s, so 2 successes here. There's armor. I'm checking this out here. Coup de grace, death, injuries. You run this everything. Starting health. When not injured, your total health score is equal to your strength. So that's armor. Broken is when your health drops to 0, so you're going to do 2 points of damage, drop its health. You've yet to cause any critical injuries. So I'm just checking everything here real fast. Nice, so you cause this creature a little bit of a flesh wound, but it is not... Oh, it has an armor rating. Ooh.
Shit.
All right, yeah, boom. Yeah, you don't seem to hurt it. There you go. Comment.
All right.
Armor doubled. Oh, wow. And this even, your shotgun's not particularly adept at killing the thing. So, there you go. So now I get to go. I am going to attempt to attack you.
That's why your body.
So, abomination attacks. I roll on this table to see what happens. I move to you. I'm going to roll. I got a 5. The abomination grabs the victim and tries to grab their arm and tries to pull it clean off with its bare hands. Roll for the attack using base 6 damage, basic 6 dice, damage 1. If the attack causes damage, automatically triggers a critical injury. I think you get a chance to try to dodge here.
I was gonna say, like, it's just gonna come up and just rip Rye's arms off?
Potentially. Let's look at blocking. If you're attacked in close combat, you can choose to block. Blocking is a fast action. You've already used all of your actions, though. Is there a... I want to say there's a multi-action thing. I could be wrong. Drawing initiative, slow and fast actions. Here we are. Describe your actions. Blocking is a reactive actions. Blocking is a reaction that breaks the normal initiative rounds. However, it does count against your 2. Each time you block, you lose 1 actions in later rounds. So yeah, there you go. So you can give up one of your fast actions in later rounds if you want. All right. Yep. So you are going to make you can make a strength or agility check.
My strength is better, so I'm going to do my strength.
Yeah, I don't see anything that tells me you should do otherwise. So go ahead. You're rolling. You also get to add your stress to this as well. So it's going to be your strength plus stress.
Do I get to add mobility if it's a dodge?
Is mobility
It's a skill?
Yeah, go ahead and make mobility. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I feel like that's nice. It too, yeah. All right. I have 1 success to hit you, but you are rolling your mobility plus you're making your dodge check. Don't forget your stress bonus too.
Yep, I rolled those. I've got 1 success.
1 success. Okay, I'm gonna say the defender wins because I don't have any successes. So this thing leaps out, kind of grabs at your spacesuit, and you kind of fumble back. We are now at your turn, Cham. What are you doing?
Cool. I am gonna take this torch cutter and shove it into the side of the thing and turn it on.
Okie dokie. Not the most effective, but go ahead and give me a strength plus close combat.
Okay, so that's gonna be rolling 7. So thank you, Adam, for rolling 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. Is that with your stress dice? What's your normal strength?
Oh, I don't know what my normal strength is 5.
Your close combat is
2.
2? Wow. Okay. You's a beast. You have a ton of stress.
I told you, I am strong like ox.
You are strong and scared like ox. All right. Big money. There you go. Wow. We got some. We got 3 successes here. Yeah. So you're hitting him with this object. The damage is we're just
with this object that can cut through steel. The shotgun didn't do shit. So
you know what? I like the cutting torch. It's heavy machinery plus 2. Let me check this here. As I'm pulling up the equipment here. Give me a second here. Diagnostics display, medicals, pharmaceuticals, food and drink. No.
Yeah, Cham has fire. That's got to be something.
Cutting torch. You know what? Yeah, there you go. I'll say the base damage is 1 because it didn't really hurt, but it is fire, which does reduce his armor. So that being said, boom, you are going to do 1 point of damage as the thing hisses. Actually, more snarls as you injure it. That was your slow action. Did you want to do a fast action? Fast actions are, you could save it to block attack or anything like that. Use an item. I mean, you could save it in case it attacks you.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it in case it attacks me.
Gotcha.
That way I don't have to give up my fast action for my next
All right.
turn.
Well, that being said, Ryan, it's your turn.
I am having some technical difficulties with my thing, my mic. So if I cut out completely, you're going to need to wave at me.
Gotcha. I can hear you though, so we're good.
Okay, you can? Okay.
Yeah. You gonna shoot the thing again?
Gonna try shooting again.
All right, sounds good. You don't have a fast action because you used it last time, but you could take a shot at him. Yeah. So you're gonna make another agility, ranged combat +2, and plus your stress.
Agility. I don't have ranged combat, plus my stress. +2 for the shotgun? Or no?
+2 from the shotgun, yes.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. You wouldn't have done. I see the damage is a little higher than I thought. Never mind. That's okay. You still wouldn't have heard it last time.
Nothing. No success, no fails.
Do you want to push or nah?
I'll push.
All right. So you're gonna re-roll and add an extra stress dice.
Okay. I got 1 success,
Gotcha.
but no failures on my stress.
Gotcha. 1 success and no failure on your stress die. Okay, so that's going to do... You're going to shoot, but it doesn't actually do any damage. Okay, everyone, I'm looking over here at Streamlabs, and it seems like Streamlabs might have just crapped out on me. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break while I try to figure out what happened. If you guys can still see us, we'll be back in just a hot second, and we'll see. Okay, everyone, thank you for bearing with us. Turns out it was still broadcasting up until I hit Control-Alt-Delete. So, all right. I think you had just shot them again, the monster again, Rye, which then makes it the monster's turn again.
Boo.
Indeed. So I got to roll on the d6 to see what the creature does. I do. You know what? I'm still going to keep on with that arm. Do you want to dodge? Do you want to dodge again? All right, cool. You're eating up your fast action next round. You have 3 stress dice, though. Remember that. So.
Yep.
Ooh, I have 1 success to get you.
Fail.
I'm trying not to.
Don't do this to me, Rye.
Wow, I failed.
You failed. Do you want to
got
push?
nothing.
You want to push? You
Fuck
can.
it.
You
Yep.
want to push?
It's your
All right.
arm. Push.
It's your arm. But...
It's your arm.
All right, so keep going because you only get to push once per roll. So you just need a success.
I got 2 successes.
Any ones on your panics?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so this thing is just grabbing a hold of your arms, kind of tugging at the arm as you got the shotgun and you're just letting shots fire crazily. Now, Cham, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, so the fire didn't seem to do very well last time, did it?
Actually, it did okay. It's not a lot of damage, but it doesn't seem to like the fire. You would need a lot of successes.
Or I need a lot of successes?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. What does the room look like again?
You are in the reactor room, so there's not a lot of there's no weapons sitting around.
No, I know, but like, where are we? Like, are we closer to the door? Can we?
You
walk
guys,
in?
so
Like-
you guys, your backs are to the door. The creature is not cutting off your method of escape.
Cool. I'm trying to think what I can do. I guess, Is there any furniture, like, right next to me?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to pick something up and try and hit the monster back away from Rye so that we can get out of the door and hopefully lock it in.
So you're going to do a strength and close combat check. You can add your 4 stress dice as well. Also, you can spend additional successes to like knock a creature over or something like that, in addition to doing damage. Outmaneuver them, or change. You can change the initiative with them. Yeah, you can pin your enemy in a tight clinch. Your opponent falls prone, so you could knock him over if you wanted.
Okay, I would love to do that. If you could please roll, what is it, strength plus close combat?
Yeah, Cham.
I have a base strength 5 and a close combat of 2.
Gotcha.
Plus
and
whatever my stress is.
It's a fair amount right now. Okay, big money.
A lot of stress. I'm gonna need
Well, hey, you succeed, but you do panic. So now we have to roll. So on panic, I roll a d6 plus your current stress level. And I check out the results. So you have a 10. Where's my panic? Panic result 10. You freeze. You are frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs increase by 1 within short range.
Oh.
So there you go. So you go, but this thing's just violent attack on your friend it has frozen you with fear.
God, no.
All right,
This
Rye,
rate
it's your
mine
turn.
too?
What'd you say? Your stress rate increases as well.
So I should currently be at a 4?
You're at 5.
I'm at 5.
Yeah.
Since I don't know how the stress stuff works or the panic stuff works, but since she also succeeded, could she have done the thing and then panicked, or does the panic have
It takes over her action.
Overrides. God damn it.
All right. I'm going to try shooting again.
Gotcha. All right. Take a shot.
There's a lot. I really should grab like a bowl for these. Much dice.
Actually, hold on. You're going to get a bonus. Hold on here. As I'm realizing, this thing's in close combat with you. So this thing is engaged range. So you're either at have to double check on that because it's like up in your business. So you either get a bonus or a penalty now.
Oh fuck.
A bonus.
Yeah, please bonus.
At engage rate, it's a -3. You don't get a
I'm
penalty.
-3?
Yeah. Yep, you're at a -3. Yeah, because he is in your business. I should have done that last time too. So you're at a -3 dice.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Clearly, those -3 are the stress die, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Mm-hmm. No, they're not. They're not. Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I tried.
Here's what I need to check too. Sorry, everyone. Our combat's taking a little bit longer. It's mainly because the monster hasn't been murdering you guys.
I got a success and no panics.
Gotcha. I'm just checking. All right, a success and no panics. Rye, nothing surprises you once per. Okay, so almost real quick to remind you, Rye, your talent once per session during cinematic play, which we'll do per episode. You can ignore any of the ones for 1 roll. So
Okay.
just I was checking everybody's talents real quick. How many successes did you get? I'm sorry.
1 success.
1 success, so that's 4. Boom, boom. Yes.
Does that mean that I could have re-rolled for the panic?
No, not you. You have a different one that allows you to use your strength. You can push your strength twice. So you let off another
but
fire.
wasn't that like a fight thing, or is it only?
So you
like,
can't
if it's
you
panic,
can't
it's a
put you
complete
can't
fail?
put you can't push when you panic.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, you let off another round. Your shotgun seems to be relatively ineffective against this creature in a suit. It, for its turn, lets out this horrible roar after it's gotten shot a couple of times, and you both have to make panic checks.
Yep.
So roll a d6.
I'm already panicking.
You
What does
are
that
at
even do?
You tremble. You suffer a -2. So Cham, suffer a -2 to all modification, to all agility checks until your panic stops, and it takes a slow action to stop panicking.
I rolled a 4.
Cool.
You rolled a 4. You cannot roll you rolled a 4 plus your current level is 5, puts you at 9. You drop an item. And your stress level increases by 1. You drop your shotgun.
No.
In the fear, and your stress increases by 1. So that being said, now it is your turn, Cham. This thing is just not rolling its murder checks. There you go.
Well, that's my turn because
Yes.
I'm using the slow action to not. I mean,
To
unless
control your
there's a
panic?
unless there's I didn't use my fast action last time.
You don't get to save
Unless
them,
I
though.
get like, yeah, I was gonna say.
So you can control yourself, and then you have your fast action. Because now
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
both
do
don't.
that.
All
I'm gonna
right.
stop panicking and then I'm gonna run.
All right, gotcha. So you're running. Then it goes to you, Rye. It's your turn. You have dropped your shotgun.
I hear footsteps behind me running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Gotcha.
My
You
buddy
guys
just
are
left
gonna
me.
run.
May I make a suggestion for your other action?
Yes.
Get on the cob and let them know what the fuck is going on.
Nope.
Nope. Those motherfuckers on their own. So looking at the time, and you guys are beating feet, that sounds like a good place to stop the episode here tonight. So you guys have gotten aboard the Kronos. Done some investigation, found a headless body, found a guy with too big of a head that tried to murder you all. The cryo beds are being awoken, in addition to some other things that are happening. So that is the end. That is nearly the end of Act 1, technically, but we'll start Act 2 in regards to all that. So what's going to happen next time is I'm going to review everyone's agendas to see if they've done appropriate things to get to their agendas. Then they get story points. If they get story points, they can use those for rerolls. And then everyone's going to get a new agenda, which I may wait until the actual technical port by the adventure. There's like one other big thing that's supposed to happen, but I'm going to double check it for next time. But everyone's going to get new agendas, and hopefully won't die. So that being said, everyone, we'll see you next time. Take care.